Cool. Mask up.
Thanks for tuning in to episode 128 of Fresh Floppies.
CultPOP!
What's up to our sidekicks and henchfolk out there in the Geek Nation? Thanks for tuning in to Fresh Floppies, a show where Jeremy and I, JD, discuss this week's books without any spoilers, so that you can go into the shop and be like, hey, I heard this podcast that told me about these books, but with no spoilers, so now I'm well-equipped to decide on whether or not I want to spend my hard-earned cash on them.
That's this podcast.
That's this one, the one you're listening to or watching. Is today Friday?
Yeah, dude.
We're a little late. Shut up about it.
We're busy
Quit harassing
gooning,
us.
like we said.
It's true. Let's get started with the biggest book of the week, I say. DC KO Challengers from Beyond the DCU, all in boss battle number 1 from Archie, IDW, Dynamite, NetherRealm, and New Line Cinema.
I really enjoy the fact that you just took all the words from the cover and put them in whatever order you felt like.
Yeah. That's how we do it. This is by, I want to say, Jeremy Adams and Giandomenico and Ronan Cliquet and Kieran McKeown and Pablo M. Collar.
So, here's the thing. There's a lot of brands and a lot of people involved because there are a lot of characters here that aren't normally here.
This is kind of unprecedented as far as I'm aware. The fact that there are DC characters interacting with movie characters, like horror movie characters.
Movie characters and other comic characters.
Yeah.
I mean, like, which of these are movies, actually? Oh.
Annabelle.
See, Annabelle I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, she's from, that's why New Line Cinema, because she's from the world of, the 2 fraud ghost hunter people. What's it called? They're from,
I don't know.
well, you know what I'm talking about. He'll throw it up on the screen right here. Here's what it's called. Work for Jeremy.
Note to editor.
Yeah, but also Vampirella shows up, Red Sonja, Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat and what have you.
And
this
Scorpion.
and then the biggest, I thought was the kind of the neatest was Superman versus the Homelander.
Oh, you said it.
Oh, was it a secret?
Well, I don't know if it's a secret, but it is on the cover.
He's
okay.
right there
I
on the
couldn't.
cover.
I was trying to see if he was on the cover.
Yes.
But admittedly, it's kind of hard to tell who it is on the cover.
Conjuring. They're
What?
from the Conjuring movies. Annabelle.
Oh.
Conjuring films.
He did it.
Yeah.
No editing needed. I'll probably still edit it, just so it looks like I do my job. But what'd you think about it?
It was cute.
Yeah.
It was cute. I think I was more excited about it than what I got out of it. I was like, oh, what a cool idea. Oh, that was cute.
I wasn't particularly excited about it simply because I don't have an attachment to any of these extra characters. And I got out of it what I expected, to be totally honest. It's not bad by any means. It's like there's not a whole lot of event or story progression here, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It just kind of seems like I'm curious who approached who.
Right.
If DC reached out to all these people, or if like one of them reached out to DC. I would assume DC would have had to initiate.
I would imagine. Yeah.
But I'm just curious of what the thought process was behind it. I think for people who like these characters, I'm sure it's fun. It's cool to see all these various characters interact with each other.
My favorite was Joker versus Annabelle.
I do think that was a cool pairing.
Especially if you haven't seen the movies, you never see her move, I don't think. She's just a spooky doll that lays there, and then bad things happen.
Great.
So the Joker having to go up against that is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked the lunacy of that face-off. But, I mean, effectively, what we find in the first, 2 pages of this is the whole reason that there are these other universe characters involved is basically...
The World Forger?
Yeah, World Forger, who I don't have any experience with before this event.
Same.
Is basically like, damn, these heroes, well, actually not heroes, but the final 4 of the whole DCKO event are about to, face off against what's, their biggest challenge thus far. And they're like, they're not strong enough. So World Forger's like, I'm going to send them to different universes to fight these other warriors to build Omega energy.
Yes, to make them more powerful. Yeah.
Because the whole crux of this event is basically violence and hostility building Omega energy and then consequently making you stronger for whatever you do next.
Yep.
So that's all this is it's a fun way to intersect a bunch of universes and IPs with the logic of more Omega.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. You nailed it. That's it. It is 100% skippable. You do not need this for DCKO. No. It brings nothing to the overall story. It is basically a cute little experiment to have DC characters teaming up or going up against other IP. That's literally it, but it's cute enough.
I'm sure it takes place directly between DCKO 3 and 4.
Yep.
I mean, it happens directly after 3. 4 is about to happen, so we can assume that it's pretty much directly leading into that.
Yeah.
I assume it'll have an asterisk somewhere in DCKO 4. So, don't be confused if you see them mention, fighting other universe warriors, but I agree. Story-wise, you can skip it.
Yeah.
If you're intrigued by any of the characters on the cover, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 ends with the absolute heroes, absolute Superman, absolute Wonder Woman, absolute Batman showing up. Mm-hmm. And then basically time freezes so that they can do this. And then at the end...
I think World Forger freezes, yeah.
Yeah, and then at the end, it's still like, time to go up against those characters we just saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, But it was cute. I would say...
Pretty fresh.
Yeah, pretty fresh.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a not the surprise, pretty fresh, just pretty fresh.
Yeah, pretty fresh.
Yeah. Which I feel like we have to clarify every single time.
Why don't you do Storm?
Storm.
Earth's Mightiest Mutant, #1.
This was cool. This actually effectively continues off of the last Storm run, which this felt a little bit like when they just kind of throw #1 on a new issue because they can. But I will say they did a pretty decent one-page catch-up that wasn't just a text summary. It was actual comic book. It was pages and some dialogue and some exposition in just one page of catching you up on effectively the most important stuff of the last run.
It's written by Murewa, Ayodele. Ayodele?
I don't know.
And art by Federica Mancin.
We will also put those. I'll probably put one or both of those names on the screen. Yeah, just to give them the credit where it's due.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry that I can't pronounce these names.
We're just a couple of white guys. What are we gonna do?
A couple of fellas.
We're just little guys. I didn't finish the previous run of Storm. I did enjoy what I read. I dropped off before what I have come to learn is the Thunder War or something. Basically, there's a lot of gods in the universe fighting for, I guess, the title of controlling storms and thunder and stuff like that. I don't know the details.
Was Thor one of them?
I don't know. I didn't read that.
Cool.
If you did, please let me know.
Yeah. You can email us at cultpopgo@gmail.com.
Ayo, or leave a comment like a normal person.
Oh. Touche, salesman.
But they are continuing the trend of Storm's responsibilities and roles in the universe getting larger and larger, and her enemies getting bigger and bigger. And I think it's actually really cool.
That's kind of cool.
It's on par with the whole Earth's Mightiest Mutant. I mean, back on Krakoa in the Krakoan era for a little while, if not until the end of it. I didn't get to the end of it. She was effectively the representative of Earth for a while. She's badass, and she keeps being badass, and this continues that. So if you like Storm and you like badass Storm, this was pretty dang fresh. I wouldn't put it.
Nice.
I'd say which one's higher, pretty dang or very?
Very.
I'd say very fresh. Yeah, not quite fresh AF, just because things get a little convoluted. Oh yeah, it gets a little rough.
It's
gory a couple times.
It's a couple of guest stars as well.
Yes, I forgot about the guest stars. Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, but this is she's facing a few existential threats, and then also, as with any good character, having some internal conflicts as well. Yeah, I'd say very fresh.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think I've read the first issue when this team first started it a couple years ago, and I just the last run, series I just can't keep up.
Last run started in 2024. What I did read was very good. I didn't drop off it because I was bored. It was just circumstance.
I'll tell you what though, all the covers, the Storm covers, like every issue has baller variant covers.
Yeah, dude.
I
She's
love
such
a good
badass.
Storm illustration.
Yeah.
Especially when people draw her hair as just negative space, like white negative space on a color field. It's so cool. This one by R.B. Silva is pretty gnarly. But yeah, I keep
Very
wanting
fresh.
to read Storm, and I just never get there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's go back to DC with Absolute Superman number 16 by Jason Aaron and the gentleman that I know from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reboot by Jason Aaron, which is Juan Ferreyra. This is great.
Dude, Absolute Superman just doesn't miss.
It's getting better and better.
Yeah.
Basically, as you can tell from the cover, we are introduced to Hawkman and his backstory, and he's kind of a piece of shit, but like a hero. He's like a gritty edgelord kind of guy. But this is actually really solid.
It's very good.
This is really good.
We get a couple pages of Absolute Hawkman origin. I don't know. Do we have word of if there'll ever be an Absolute Hawkman series? Because now I want one.
Yeah.
Just from this issue. Yeah, I do.
I doubt it, but maybe.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Hawkman doesn't get much.
No.
But it's fresh AF, dude. It's just,
this is my favorite book of the week.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to figure out what we can say without spoiling some of the fun.
The art is fantastic. The
art was so
storytelling
good,
is
dude.
really well done. This characterization, now that we have moved on from setting the stage of who this Superman is and the traumas that he's gone through just to get to Earth, and sort of being dour and on the defensive, right? Because he's being tracked and attacked, and he can't really get away from it for the first story arc or two. And then now we're starting to get into the, I guess maybe the meat and potatoes of just who he is as a person. He's becoming a person now. Before, I was kind of annoyed at the beginning of this book because it felt a little too akin to the Zack Snyder stuff.
Too edgy.
Where it's just like, oh, I've got glowing red eyes all the time and I'm very angry. And now he's kind of great. His sequences with Hawkman are pretty interesting and pretty funny.
There was some really funny interactions.
Yeah.
You're right. I didn't think about all that, but Superman has definitely been. His character has developed some charm and personality at this point that he didn't have previously. Now that like the biggest threat of the first story arc is gone.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to be Superman effectively.
Yeah, just living day to day, trying to protect people, barely able to have a conversation because he hears people in trouble. Yeah. Yeah, man, this was great. Fresh AF. That's awesome.
Fresh
Plus,
AF.
we get some Lex Luthor stuff.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
And we get
and a return of somebody who
one of the best villain of the series so far, in my opinion.
Best villain of the Absolute Universe? What do you think?
Oh.
Or is there someone you like better? I think this
I don't know,
character might be
the
my
absolute
favorite.
Batman villains are pretty rad.
They're pretty gnarly. That's true. But I think this one's my favorite. He's a horror monster.
I
guess all the Absolute Batman ones are horror monsters too.
I think Bane is probably a small step above this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really liked Bane
Nice.
in the Absolute Batman arc.
I didn't actually finish the Bane arc of Absolute Batman. I skipped ahead because I think the annual came out, and I just wanted to
That's fair.
start there.
Batman won
Against the Nazis? What do you mean Batman won?
against Bane.
Oh, he did. Spoiler
Batman
alert.
survived the arc.
Oh, God damn it. So yeah, Absolute Superman. Fantastic. This is really fun.
Good stuff.
Yeah. What do you got next?
More X-Men.
More X-Men.
Gimme. Magik and Colossus, which I gotta say, all the cover A's are by David Nakayama. I love that guy.
Yeah, he does.
I was excited for this because I actually really like Colossus. Especially, I'm a big fan of Colossus because I love his whole gentle giant vibe.
Yeah.
And I don't have, so most of my X-Men experience started with Krakoan era. I haven't finished Krakoan era yet, as much as I'm trying.
That's okay.
But then, and I did do some reading for like maybe a year's worth of X-Men after like the original giant size X-Men. Yeah. So anyway, point being, maybe this characterization is different from what he used to be, but
nope.
I do. No, great.
Miss him.
Always gentle giant. I love him, especially in Krakoa. So the whole thing with this is Colossus is trying to come to terms and make up for his bad actions in the Krakoan era because
He made some whoopsies.
He was mind controlled for a little while.
By McKeown, his brother?
Yeah.
McKeown Rasputin?
Not a cool guy. So Colossus is off, honestly, doing like Wolverine's shtick, where he's like, I'm just going to go off on my own for a while. Except Colossus is still trying to help people, unlike Wolverine does sometimes.
Has kind of a death wish, right?
Yeah.
He's in a dark place, Colossus.
Yeah, he's
poor Piotr.
He's not doing great. But Magik, Illyana, comes along and is like, dude, the hell. Let's like go do stuff, or like let's do things that will make you feel better. Let's go hang out with the X-Men. And Colossus is like, nah, dude.
And then be sad, bro, sis.
So now they're
Bro,
both in Russia, fighting monsters away from various villages.
Oh.
And then, you know, obviously the main A plot reveals itself, or I guess B plot. What the underlying long-term plot is, that A or B?
That's the B plot.
Versus A plot is like the short-term in-issue thing.
Yes.
Okay.
A plot is what we're focusing on right now.
Yeah.
This is the monster of the week, maybe. The B plot being like the threads that tie everything together in the background.
Gotcha. Okay, great.
I think.
Well, that's how we're going to speak. If we're wrong, again,
Email us at cultpopgo.com. Or at gmail.com.
What did you say?
cultpopgo.com.
Oh.
Okay, that's not an email address. So then I said at gmail.com.
Anyway, this was I thought this was pretty dang fresh. I like Colossus' characterization. I like Illyana, especially because like it's a fun little face-off between the two of like who's caring for who. Like Colossus is constantly like, you're my little sister, I have to watch out for you. And Magik is like, dude, I can do this. This is fine. Like, stay alive.
Hey, heads up, bro. I have a demonic half called Dark Child. I was raised in hell, basically.
Yeah.
Calm down.
So I
can do stuff.
We get some inklings of the long-term B plot. And I don't know. I just like the dynamic between the two characters. It's pretty dang fresh.
By Ashley Allen and Germán Peralta.
One of these days, I will remember to mention the artists first before I
for.
start rambling. Thank you.
So you had mentioned earlier, and I don't know if this is a spoiler, tell me to shut up, but you say that they're off in Russia protecting villages from monsters.
Yeah.
Do they explain why villages are being attacked by monsters, or is it just like Russia just happens to be filled with monsters that attack villages?
I was honestly
a cultural thing.
I was kind of hoping for the latter because that sounded like it would be fun.
Right.
I was hoping it would just be a monster hunting book with Magik and Colossus.
Yeah.
No, they explain it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Nice.
There's reasons, but we find out like in the first 2 pages, the first thing you see is Russia, and then the second thing you see is monster. So. It's not a spoiler.
Secondary question.
Yeah.
You're reading a lot of the X books right now, yeah? Is there something that you're aware of that explains Shadows of Tomorrow, which is on the top of most of the X books right now?
No. That's just my assumption is because we came out of World of Revelation.
Which was 10 years in the future.
Which was 10 years in the future. And World of Revelation did not end well.
Yeah.
Plus, World of Revelation also divulged some pretty harmful information to current day bad guys.
Okay.
So my assumption is that we are going to start seeing consequences of what happened in Age of Revelation.
Gotcha.
Because of what was learned by some bad folks.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. So it's Shadows of Tomorrow.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Hey, let's wrap it up with one last book. Is this the end one?
I think so.
Cullen, Bunn.
Oh, it's not. I still want to talk about Marian Heretic, but yes, this.
Okay. The second to last book by Cullen, Bunn, and Aneke. Aneke. It's a one-word word. And this is from Ignition Press, and it's called Ripcord, and it's issue number 1. And this is, I'll tell you what it's about. The drug known as Ripcord has become the scourge of the world. It's extremely addictive, and it doesn't just alter your perception, it fundamentally alters who you are. Dylan is one of thousands who has lost a family member to Ripcord, but unlike so many others, she's going to do something about it. Her sister has gone missing in the outback, and Dylan is going to stop at nothing and let nothing stop her until she brings her home. Hey, fun fact. None of that is explained in the issue.
No.
The only reason I know any of this is because of what's on the back.
Yeah.
That being said, this is a really solid first issue. I enjoyed this. It went quick, but I was entertained, and I'm interested in where it's going.
I I want to say Fresh AF.
You can.
I'll
allow it.
I think I might. Honestly, because it does.
Great cover.
Great cover. They do a very good job of just letting the art and imagery speak for itself and actually tell the story. There are a lot of comics that like use the art just to show the scene, but then all the story is coming from the dialogue or the exposition. This is not that. Like it some comics make me feel like they think I'm stupid. This one, like, you can pick up the narrative from the imagery. Most of it is just story told with imagery, and I love that because it's a comic book. I think that was my favorite thing about it. The story is cool. It's, sister looking for sister. Fine enough. I'm sure it'll get interesting. It seems like there's a whole load of conflict in this world that we're going to find more out about. Learn more about.
There you go.
Yeah, I'd say Fresh AF.
Yeah, surprisingly violent. There is a lot of action in this, and I really liked it.
Yeah, me too.
It's a very dark and gritty, kind of feels like so far a crime tale, even though it's not. It's a post-apocalyptic survival tale, but there's something about it that feels like a crime story.
I'm curious if this
mostly because there's like criminals in it. There's these
True.
biker guys who suck.
I'm curious if this whole Ripcord thing, just from that summary on the back, talking about like it takes over their body stuff, if it's going to effectively be like a zombie thing, like in structure, I guess, or in cliches.
So it sounds okay. Ripcord I skipped a little bit on the back. Ripcord users have their whole bodies taken over by the substance, and it transforms them into mindless, frenzied killers who want nothing more than to destroy. This makes every place the drug has grown popular dangerous. It sounds a little bit like Crust. There was a series believe it was created by Garth Ennis of Preacher and The Boys, and it was a zombie virus that when you got it made you want to just enact the most terrible things on other people that you could think of.
Great.
And it's so violent and so over the top. Even me, like a seasoned horror fan, was like, "This is too much."
I think I've heard mention of this book.
There's like no reason for most of this. Yeah. So I don't think this is going to be that, but it feels a little bit like that sort of virus, or like the Rage virus in 28 Days Later, right? So yeah. Anyway, this was great. I really like this. Yeah. There's not a lot to it. I don't want to say that. It didn't take me very long to read, but it was engaging and some stuff goes down. But it was a quick read.
And it was definitely a quick read, but we still learn a lot about the important characters, I think.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, I like this a lot. You said Fresh AF?
I said Fresh AF.
Hell yeah, Fresh AF. And then you had one more wrap-up book.
I'm going to go get it.
Go get it.
And edit this out. This book is Marian Heretic. We're on number 4 now. Just came out this week because I somehow, or for some reason, didn't mention it when number 1 came out because I think I was late to picking it up. But this is from Teenie Howard and illustrated by Joe Jaro.
Yep.
Haro. Colors by Walter Baimonte. With color assists by Ilaria Biagini.
Word.
A lot of people with badass names.
Yeah.
So
From Boom Studios,
Marian Heretic. I like it a lot. As someone who, there's a lot of religious commentary, specifically Catholicism, or I guess Christianity. I always forget which one. Christianity is the overarching one. Catholicism is like the sect beneath it. And the whole premise is that effectively the church and consequently government is being run by a group of 3 men with a very genuinely like militarized force of crusaders, like armor, assault rifles. It gives vibes of medieval, but we also get hints of this being in the modern world. It's very weird. Contrary to that establishment, there's this sect of women who are worshiping specifically the Mother Mary, not God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, etc. And the church considers them heretics. Yeah. That's the whole thing. So in order to protect her, I don't want to say coven, but witchcraft does also come into this. It's a whole question of religion versus witchcraft. What's the difference, et cetera, et cetera. I don't want to say etc. That's actually one of the coolest parts of it. What is the difference? Sorry, I'm rambling now. But to protect her women, there is the leader of this sect, the Marian Heretics organization, is effectively working with the church to hunt down witches, working for them in order so that they don't attack her sisters.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah.
Rude.
It does get brutal. It does get violent.
Let me flip through.
This issue, not so much. But this issue in the last one, number 3, we get some very interesting story and origins about how and why our main character came to be following Mother Mary and like how like the miracles that happened along there. And yeah, just, how corrupt men can corrupt religion and what that actually means, what it means to be following, a God entity, and what you do with that. It's a little, it's not outwardly complicated. The story is fairly simple.
Yeah.
I would say the not analysis it's doing, the commentary gets a little bit complicated. I think it's very, very good. I think it's fresh.
I mean, this art's great.
Yeah, art
this
is
looks awesome. I really like this style.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of has a cartoony vibe, a touch of Jorge Corona without being too ridiculous about it. This looks. I want to read this. This looks awesome.
It's a very good series.
Dang.
It is a series that I think could do with quick little summaries at the beginning. They don't have that, just because some of the things happening in the background I forget within a month.
Yeah.
And I do need to go back and remind myself. So I do wish they had some kind of summary. But otherwise,
Might make a nice little trade paperback when it's all said.
Oh, this is going to be an awesome trade. I'm going to get that too.
There's one issue left. Does it
really?
feel like it's going to wrap up in one issue? Does it feel like, oh, okay, we're winding down? Or do you feel like this feels like we're just starting with a mini-series and we've got so much more to do?
This feels like starting with a mini-series.
Nice.
Like,
yeah, it's 4 of 5.
I didn't even notice.
Mm-hmm.
The main character is only now sort of like getting into the groove of some of the changes that are being made.
Right on. Well, hopefully if it sells well, there'll be more.
Yeah, no, I would love for there to be. Go buy Marian Heretic so there's more of it for me.
I love that. I like finding a good indie book. I mean, Boom Studios, I still call it an indie book. But yeah, I like to find off the beaten path books and try to support them if I can.
Yeah.
I have a couple of subscribers actually here at the shop that purposely are dropping some Marvel and DC titles because they're Marvel and DC and they don't really need our help. And they're like, you know what? I'm just going to subscribe. And they'll get them in trade paperbacks maybe. And then they'll pick up issues of lesser known books that they're interested in to just to support them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
awesome.
Cool. Anyway, yeah, anything else that you're looking forward to reading this week? I would like to catch up on Marian Heretic.
Do it. I got all the issues.
Oh, hell
Actually,
yeah.
no, I think I'm missing number 2, unfortunately.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to read that. Anything else this week?
I was excited for Storm, honestly, and I read it.
That was the one. You did it. Nice. I'm going to catch up on Marian Heretic.
Mission accomplished.
And I'm going to add Ripcord to my reading list because it was good.
Ripcord was, maybe I will too. Ripcord is very good.
That's it. We did it. This past week on the live stream, we talked about the new Sam Raimi thriller starring Rachel McAdams, which is called Send Help. We all, spoiler alert, we all had a blast. We really liked that movie. You can check out our live stream. It's up on the YouTubes. Join us for that. Like, comment, subscribe. Hey.
Oh, he's going through the outro.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we'll talk at you later. Did it.
Bye.